I can't remember the name of the company. There was one. They're actually suing the manufacturer right now because it hurt their business. Well, yeah, it hurt your business. You are price gouging the customers. You're going and you're getting cheap labor overseas. The material costs almost nothing. You might pay $10 for the item and you're coming here and you're selling it to me for $1,000? Oh, hell no. Hell no. That's confidence? Look, if that's confidence, I'm leaving the confidence at the door. Like that confidence needs to stay out of my checkbook. Good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I want you to follow me because we're going to be having coffee together this morning because I'm getting into this topic. This morning, I'm watching the news and there's a commercial. And we're going to talk today about why it's important to protect your mind, right? I stay away from the news. I stay away from these commercials. So this morning, the news is on, and of course, there's all these bad things happening, right? So now I see a commercial, and the commercial is for a vehicle. I'm not going to name the vehicle. If you know, you know. The commercial says, confidence is not about mindset. Confidence is about your status. And I was like, what? We have a remote control, so I had to back it up. I said, confidence is not about mindset. Confidence is about your status. Let me say something. When you are making your confidence about your status, what things you have, what happens when if you don't have those things? That's the whole idea of keeping up with the Joneses, isn't it? If you don't have the fancy car, if you don't have the fancy clothes, the Coach bag, the Gucci bag, the this bag, those shoes, the Prada shoes, then you can't be confident. These subliminal messages that they pass out to us in these commercials are just terrible. Of course, confidence is about your mindset, because when you make it about your mindset, guess what? No one can take your confidence away. They can take the house, they can take the shoes, they can take the bag, they can take whatever, the things, all the things, and your confidence remains because you are very grounded in who you are, regardless of the things. But when you make your life about the things, as soon as those things start to go away, or as soon as you see someone has something that you don't have, all of a sudden you need to have it because heaven forbid they be more confident than you, right? Is that crazy or what? To me, it's just absolutely insane. Let me explain something else to you. Your confidence is about your mindset. Your confidence is about how you think about yourself, how much you value what other people have to say about you, because the less you value what they say and you value more what you think, your life becomes better and your confidence goes through the roof. Now, I'm not talking about false confidence either, but you got to start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Are we that materialistic? Because your confidence is what guides you through your whole life. Guess what you could take with you when you go at the end of your days? You take your confidence with you. Can you take the things with you? Can you take the jewelry, the clothes, the bags? And by the way, how false is that confidence that you're buying? Because I have to wonder now, since all this stuff came up with the tariffs, and if you guys have been on TikTok at all, we know that tariffs brought out the fact that these companies, these higher end companies, are buying these things and manufacturing these things overseas. They're buying it for pennies on the dollar And they're selling it to you with a markup of thousands of % of markup. What are you buying? You're buying the name. Well, I have a name already. I like my name. And if I want to see a name on something, I'll put my name on it. Honestly, at this point, because I can't fathom that some company, some fancy company, whether it's Coach, Gucci, whatever, there are a lot of companies out there doing this. I will take my mindset any day. My mindset is free. My mindset is free to build my confidence, right? That mindset that it's going to take for you to build confidence is to stop watching what the Joneses are doing. Stop doing what they're doing. Stop comparing yourself to what they're buying, because they're buying marked up goods. I mean, unless that's what you want to do. That's your right. But, and I know some of these things, they look nice. And here's the worst part, right? There's always something new and shiny. So do we need all the new shiny things? Do we really? No, those commercials tell you need that new shiny thing. That's your confidence. If you don't get that new iPhone, that new laptop, even though the old one works, it works just fine. But, if you don't buy the new one and your neighbor bought the new one, now your neighbor has more confidence than you. Are we listening to ourselves? Are you understanding the subconscious message that these commercials are feeding you? And that because it's so subtle, like the commercial was so subtle, and, they're flashing the car, and I'm like, oh, it's a car commercial. And then, I had to rewind and say, what did he say? My confidence isn't about my status. What status? Do you even have status? What is the status? You know what your status comes from? If you think you have status, that's great. But the status comes from what other people give you. Once other people do not give it to you, you don't have status. Right? Look at what's happening. And I don't want to use this, but I'm going to use it. Look at what's happening in the Diddy case right now, right? Everybody gave him status. He had all the status, right? Like he was up here. And then all this stuff came out, whether it's true or not, it all came out. And then all of a sudden, there's no more status. Why? What changed? What changed? Why does he no longer have status? Because you're not giving it to him. Because when you give somebody the power to give you status, to make you feel better, to give you confidence, they can take it away. When you have a mindset shift that your confidence comes from within, that you're capable of doing anything that you want, that you are not dependent on someone to tell you you're beautiful, or that you're capable to feel confident. You start doing the things that builds your confidence, when you do the things. Not when somebody else tells you. And when you start doing the things and you start building that confidence that way from within, and showing yourself that, yes, I can do this. I can change my mindset. I can believe that I can be happy even if I don't buy 10 Gucci bags. I don't need to compete with my neighbor and that has the brand new Lexus, so that now I can go buy the brand new Lexus so I can feel as confident as they do. Your confidence is draining your wallet, by the way. That's what I gotta say. Your confidence is draining your wallet. And if your confidence is draining your wallet, then your confidence is in the wrong place. You're getting your confidence from the wrong place. Personally, I'm not one to compete with others. And when you stop competing with others, other people will get frustrated with you because you're not competing with them. Why? Well, that's how they're getting their confidence. They're competing with you, right? They want to be able to say, like, I have this thing and it's better than you. And I am better than you at this thing. I love. Michael Jordan said it best. He said when he was playing basketball, he said when he goes out on the court, every day the only person he competes against is himself. So if whatever he did yesterday, he one ups himself. When your competition is against you and what you've done in the past and not what somebody else has done, someone else cannot take away your confidence because it doesn't matter what they've done. It doesn't matter if they've done like 10, 20 things and they feel like they are 20 levels ahead of you. It doesn't matter because you are in your lane building your confidence, and whether or not they are making $1 million and you're making $10,000 is not going to make a difference, because you know and you have the confidence that you're building from within to get the next step. And you know that every day that you're doing something better. So it doesn't matter that person has $1 million. So we need to stop the madness. This environment, especially now, I feel like these types of commercials are going to be coming more at us because, of course, even though everybody's going into debt, the economy is tanking. I guess eggs was the big thing, right? But it's not even just eggs, housing, everything is so expensive. Credit card debt is going through the roof, and you're busy building confidence against what somebody else is doing, waiting for somebody else to tell you, oh yeah, you look confident because you bought that new Lexus. Are you kidding me? This habit of what's the word I'm looking for? This environment, the mentality of consumerism has to stop. How many purses do you need? How many pairs of shoes do you really need? And I'm not saying it's nice to be able to exchange things out. And if you can afford it, I'm not telling you not to do that. That's your business. What I'm saying is that if you're doing it because your worth and your confidence is based on the status of the things that you're buying, then your status is coming from the wrong place. Because what happens when the people around you are not competing with you? What happens when the people around you stop caring about those things? You might tell them that they should care, right? Because if they don't care, then it absolutely makes no sense anymore, right? Unless you really like those things, then you like them and then you buy them. See, here's the way I look at it. You could strip me down butt naked and I'm still confident. I still know what I can do. I still know I can lose everything because been there, done that before, have lost everything. And I never for once thought that because I lost everything, I couldn't get it back, that I was less than, and it didn't matter what other people said. Maybe other people thought I was less than because I lost everything, but that's their business. That's them having some idea in their mind that there was a competition against their status, what they were doing, right? But I have my own status to uphold, and my status is not based on the external environment. My status is based against what I think I'm worth. And that's all that matters. What other people think is absolutely irrelevant. And so what the car company thinks, whether they think that my status is what's going to make me feel confident, that's on them. But we need to stop listening to that shit. Like, turn the TV off, people. Honestly, turn it off. These commercials, it's brainwashing. We've been brainwashed. I bet if we go back and we look at a lot of commercials, you're going to see a lot of subliminal messages that they're quickly, these commercials are like 30 seconds. They're throwing them at you. And then not just are they throwing them at you, they're throwing these commercials at you, and they're coming. Sometimes you'll see a commercial 5, 10 times, right? Depending on how long you're watching television. In war, that's what they use. That's what they call propaganda in war. Having people hear the same message over and over and over and over again. So I guess there's war right now against your confidence, because your need to be confident is what is keeping these companies wealthy. I don't know about you, but I'm putting my checkbook away. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about that. If you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I really want to know if you've made it to this part. Drop me a heart down in the comments. I would really appreciate that. It helps the algorithm. And I want to know that you were here with me. I want to know that you feel that maybe, even if you don't write a lot in the comments, that, you're picking up what I'm laying down, because it's absolutely insane as we're going into this crazy recession that we're getting ready to go into, and we have commercials putting the idea in our mind that we're not enough if we don't buy their products. It's bullshit. I call bullshit. All right, guys. Anyhow, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think.